Hey, what's up guys? It's Eric from Team Rec here. We got a deck profile from locals today with our newest member, Bazil. He's just gone undefeated with, you could probably tell, Vanquish Soul.
Got that Vanquish in me, man.
So 4-0, what were your matchups there?
My matchups today, I played up against Ursarctic first off the bat. It was actually a really fun match. Turns out Shifter ruins them. Spoiler alert, I'm on main deck Shifter. Game 2, I played against the cameraman, Pearly. We had a great grind game into time. Yep. Turns out Burn really messes people up. Game 3, I played against Labyrinth. I played against Labyrinth game 3, Swift 2-0, and then another Swift 2-0 against another trap deck in Altergeist for game 4. Big changes I made today were I broke my Vow of Silence and I put in Fenrir into the main. Turns out that package is cracked. I take back anything I might have said before it. Until that card gets hit, if it does, I'm probably going to be running it. So if you don't mind, let's get right into the cards, man.
Let's jump in.
Classic 3 Rosin, best card in the deck. Great to normal summon. 3 Mad Love, best card in the deck. Great to normal summon. They both search monsters, spells, and traps. For the last 3 we got 3 copies of Borger. Fantastic card. I've been using its burn effect a lot more than its draw effect these days, and it's won me a lot of games just in the amount of extension it gives you over your opponent's life points. 2 copies of Caesar. These are all pretty standard. Caesar's just your, big boss monster. 1 Pantera to be able to extend into Xyz plays. I was messing with 2 and 3. I'll end it back on 1 while I'm running the Fenrirs just for a good amount of Earths to play. And the 1 Pluton HG, I've found that just being able to search the fire has been fantastic. And that rounds it up for the Vanquish Soul monster lineup. It's nothing out of standard. Like I said, I used to be on 2 or 3 Pantera, but I've found just running what's been tried and true to be the best. Probably my favorite card that I've been running recently is 3 copies of V-Shifter in the main. Every deck's been needing their graveyard, I've found more and more. But not just that. You need to dodge Droll and Lockbird in the matchup. So when you go to search with an effect on your turn, if your opponent has Droll in their hand and an Ash in their hand, you can go, Rosin search. They won't Ash you because they want to Droll you. Change Shifter, and then suddenly they can't use their Ash or their Droll, and you're off to the races. But not just that, it messes with things like top decks today it hit where, again, Ursarctic, Pearly, Altergeist, and I even use it with Small World to find some of the other cards. Spoiler alert, Small World in this deck, and I really, really like it. But we'll get into that. Other hand traps, just 3 Ash. I've got a Bell in here as well. But onto the card that really made today special was Fenrir. Every time I summoned Fenrir or searched with Fenrir or banished with Fenrir, it felt great in the deck. Again, with that Small World, being able to replace itself and then turn that searched card into anything you want, or just have the extra attribute in hand, fantastic. Again, searchable attribute in Rise Heart. I never actually needed the Rise Heart, but I think it's the same theology as the Pluton, being able to search a fire, probably good. More cluttery cards in the deck for their attributes and the effects. I run the smaller Bestial package, Magnamut to search Valius, Jurisworm to, send something if it comes up. Just great cards, and they help me make Chaos Angel. They're all right Small World bridges, but they're mostly just extenders for the deck to push some lethal damage in. There's that aforementioned Bell, and here's the other one of Monster and Kurikara. Fantastic target for Small World. Comes up more often than you think, and being able to tribute your opponent's monsters and gain an additional 15 attack for each helps you push for lethal in turns where you need it. It's also a great target for Stake Your Soul to help you get to Rosin. Again, one of the better cards in the deck. If you see Stake Your Soul, your potential ceiling for your end board just raises so much higher. I was lucky enough to not get nibbed today with the Fenrirs and the Stake Your Souls. I definitely extended more than 4 summons, which I try not to do, but never punished. 3 Pot of Prosperity. This card's cracked until it gets hit. Being able to see cards consistently, like just digging into your deck for something like Duster or just a starter, it's so powerful. And again, you get to see Rosin with it. Wouldn't run less than 3 right now. I have been thinking about running Desires, but currently Prosperity has my eye. I love 2 Small World. I tried 3, kind of bricky. 2, fantastic. Lets you transmute most of your cards into other ones. And pretty much all the Vanquish Souls turn into every other Vanquish Soul. So I think the deck is loving this card so far. Rhoda and Rhoda 2. Durandal came up a couple times today. It was mostly bait, but honestly, being able to have rosin in your hand at all times, fantastic. Even if you already normal summoned one, having a fire in your hand, great time. And then the 2 one-ofs for the Vanquish Soul spell traps, Dust Devil and Continue. I don't run the 2 Continue, I just like having 1 and 1. You don't like bricking on them, so this is fine by me. And that's about it for the main deck. Going right into the extra, here's that aforementioned Chaos Angel. Didn't make him today, but I've made him plenty in the past. Exciton Knight, he comes up in boards where you have to break. Baguska, just putting him in defense honestly gets work, but he also makes Zeus, and we do run the 2 Zeus. And Steel Storm Roach. Didn't see any Kashtiras today, but if I did, probably would have made Roach. A bunch of Zodiacs to make some Zeuses, either 2 Zeuses or a 6-map Zeus. You can go Chalk-and-Iron Tire Martyr, Chalk-and-Iron Summon by Effect, Borbo for a 6-map Zeus, or you can separate them for 2 separate Zeuses if the need be. Here's those 2 Zeuses. I've got 1 copy of Nightmare Phoenix and 1 copy of Security Dragon. This could also be Cerberus, but I'm liking Security Dragon to get around Destruction Protection. And then, of course, 3 copies of Rock of the Vanquisher. I made a lot of rocks today. Can't say much for the other extra deck cards except for Zeus. The side deck also helped me go the distance. We've got the good old-fashioned Pankratops, Ye Old Fenrir. I love this card. Drollin Lockbird, also love this card. I sided in a couple times, didn't get to see it, but I'm sure if I did, it would have been backbreaking for my opponent. 2 more copies of Kurikara for going second. 2 more copies of Bell, honestly, for Labyrinth, and it does come up. A Duster for Labyrinth and other back row matchups. It hits Pearly. It really does hit everything. Even, for instance, a Strayed Birth for Kashtira. The same can be said for Cosmic Cyclone. Wonderful card, just banish spell trap removal. And a few Floodgates in There Can Be Only Ones. They didn't come up today. I was really hoping to see them because I just love flipping, Floodgate that wins the game. And then, of course, just 3 board breaking evenly matched, which does come up every game. You're going second. It's fantastic. That's about it for the list. I had a great time today. This is my first 4-0 with Vanquish Soul, and I've really been trying to push for a 4-0 with Vanquish Soul, so I'm glad it finally came to fruition. So, any questions from the cameraman, or? Right
No,
on?
just want to say congrats. Maybe, I guess, yeah.
Well,
Happy
great
with the
to
deck.
be-
Any changes?
Would I make any changes? I'm definitely keeping the Fenris. I think unless that card gets hit, I'm hoping to go to Vancouver with this deck, and keeping the Fenris for that if it doesn't get hit.
Cool.
But in totality, great to be on Team Rec.
Yeah.
Great to have a 4 under my
Welcome
belt with
aboard.
this deck, and have a
job.
great day, anyone watching.
Peace out, guys.